Come on, y'all. Let's go get a Coke.
All right, here we go.
Yes, I would like 2 medium Cokes.
Thank you. I have my Coke, though. My hope, my prayer out of this whole thing is that the new normal is better relationships, a greater devotion to the kingdom of God, not just our pet doctrines, but actually, God, what are you doing? How can I be a part of what you're doing? I think that's huge. How can I add value to my household? Right now, I feel like we're just discovering these things. I think we have gotten distracted by busyness and not actually producing either at work or at home or at church. And I think this is going to force us to recognize what our callings are, what we should be doing, and the new normal, I think, is going to be doing that. I think this here is just discovery. I think this is a great time of discovery. It's a reflection time. When Jesus was baptized in the river, he had this big moment, and that's when we see really the Trinity in full picture. So you heard the voice of God from heaven, you saw the Spirit in the form of a dove, and then of course the Son was in the flesh, the Word had become flesh. So in this moment we see all of the Godhead, and then immediately the Spirit of God led Jesus into the wilderness. Jesus had everything was stripped away. He was in isolation. He didn't have inputs that he normally would have had. He didn't have people around him that he normally would have had. And it's just a time of fasting, and it was a time of prayer. And in that place, he was tested. And in that testing, he emerged like full of the power of God, and then stepped into the new normal. The wilderness wasn't the new normal. What was before was normal. The wilderness was just a transition piece. He stepped into the new normal. So I think all this isolation, all this distancing, I think this is just a leading to what is the new normal. Now, that's not to say that some things won't emerge that we're doing in the middle of this that will become part of the new normal. I think there will. I know for me personally, I have gotten really used to preaching to crowds and not people. And what I mean by that is you have a word that you believe is from God, and you deliver that to a room full of people. But when the people are removed, now I have to be intentional about calling and texting and emailing, and it's made me less task-oriented, more preaching-oriented, if you will, and more people-oriented. And so I think that will become absolutely part of the new normal that was discovered sort of in this season. So in that way, yeah, there are things that will become the new normal, but I think the moment we're living in as a whole, I think it's just taking us to the new normal.